Well, hello again there, good people. It's Sharon one more time. Yeah, I'm sitting in a vehicle again. I tend to do that. And yeah, I've got two shirts on because it's a little bit cool, but it's not cold, and it's not cold enough for my jacket on top of one shirt. So here it is. But I have been looking around a bit, and I see this term influencer. A lot of people claim to be influencers. Now, if you go look at Wikipedia and a couple of things, guess what I did? You'll find that an influencer is somebody who is trying to get you to purchase or feel a given way about a particular product or social construct or media. Fair enough. There's a lot of different versions of that. If we want to make it more precise, there's editorialists who have quite a lot to say, but they're not trying to sell you anything except their thought or opinion. There's one in particular that I love to listen to, this bearded, bushy guy who's down south. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's a couple of others that are interesting. Some I like real well, some I don't. But that's where you got to use some intelligence and make up your mind who you're going to listen to and what you're going to do about it. But none of those are the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who call themselves influencers, and they're really idiots. How can you get on and talk about your friends or your family or some other stupid thing? You get out there, you shoot videos of something gone wrong or somebody getting hurt for your entertainment and put it up and claim you're influencing someone for what? You influence them to get mad at you because of your stupidity? Are you influencing them to laugh because of the ridiculous things you filmed and think it means something? A lot of times these people will put others on the spot and they will try to make them look bad for their entertainment. What are they influencing? Nothing as far as I can see it. So if you're going to pursue something like this, why don't you pursue something interesting, something valid? Not a load of crap that's going to do nothing but create stupidity and hard feelings. Now, you might create hard feelings. You might be talking about a bunch of Chinese balloons, and some people are convinced they're UFOs. Some are convinced they're spying and they're just going to destroy the entire world with what they learn. Really? Have you ever checked it out and see what these things are? Oh, they're not just weather balloons. No, they're watching. What do they expect to see? A guy could land in an airplane and travel in a train or get a rent-a-car and see just as much. There's no secrets that they're getting. All countries do this. China does it. The U.S. does it. Are they trying to influence anything? Nah, they're trying to get lucky. They might catch something, but most of the time they don't. And when they do, for all the things they get, it just usually is not that big a deal. Every country that's got any kind of development does this, ours included. So maybe you're going to be an influencer and tell people how to feel about this. Well, if you're going to tell them how to feel about it, you better tell them what it's about, how often it happens, what they're doing, what we're doing. Yeah, the U.S. shot a few of them down. Why? Because people got into a panic and thought they were dealing with something that they're not. So in order to pacify a lot of population that's never bothered to check out anything, they're just forming their own opinion out of the stuff they found in the bottom of an outhouse. They jump to conclusions and make a big fuss. Well, when you do too much of that, you cause problems. So the U.S. did something to dissuade that a little bit, and they shot a couple of them down. One of them had a ham radio. That's it. Well, there's a real security problem. Why didn't they shoot some down sooner? Where's it going to land? When you had some huge piece of equipment, well, if it's that big of a piece of equipment, when is it dangerous? Doesn't that prove what they're doing? No. Because neither do dirigibles, zeppelins, helicopters, high-speed airplanes, surveillance planes, satellites. Are we going to shoot down everything from every country that's flying around this planet? Wow, that's a ridiculous thought. You'd be dropping hundreds of things in days. And all you're going to do is tick the world off. And if they did that to any of our stuff, we'd be ticked off. This is not going to be a peaceful conclusion. But does it matter if it's that or if it's some teenager or young adult trying to destroy somebody who works with them because they think it's funny? They don't think about the consequences. They don't think about what's going to happen to these people. They don't think, what if these people retaliate and they're better at doing this than you are? What are they trying to accomplish with a lot of these so-called influencers? Their own entertainment. Are they educating people? No. Are they getting ridiculous? Yeah. They picking on folks? Yeah. They harassing folks? Yeah. Oh, by the way, most of that stuff is illegal to film people and without any permission put it on airways. It doesn't matter whether it's Yahoo or TikTok or any of those. If you're posting stuff without people's permissions in situations where you shouldn't be, you're breaking the law. And you might say, well, that's their problem. They got caught. Really? You got a bunch of teenagers out swimming by the swimming pool. They're in their swimsuits. There's nothing wrong with that. But for somebody to be filming it and putting it up somewhere and saying, look at this, then they start shaming them. They don't like the color of that swimsuit. Gee, they're fat. Whatever. Plus, it's illegal to do that. What are they trying to accomplish? All they accomplish is being fools. And these people who want to be influencers, but they aren't doing it for any company or any product or any valid opinion, like the balloons or things of that nature, what are they trying to do? They're making ridiculous statements. They're not influencing anybody. Do they think if they're talking about the balloons, they're going to go down to somewhere, get a bunch of pickup trucks and shotguns and go out and shoot the balloons down? That's not happening. What if there's somebody in a balloon that shoots back? We know there's not. Or do we? There's all kinds of things to consider. What are they trying to accomplish when they take photos of people preparing for a wedding in intimate detail and post it? And then make fun of the people as they're changing clothes and things of that nature. They might be young people, they might be old people. It doesn't matter. When you do things like that, it's just hateful, spiteful, ridiculous, and they're doing it for their own entertainment. If you're going to be an influencer, quote unquote, find something to influence people about. Don't ridicule, don't hate, don't get stupid, don't cause harm. Try to do some good. And if you can't do good, what are you doing? You're influencing people to hate? You're influencing people to be bad people? Like we really need that. That's like some of the riots last summer. A newscaster standing there and saying, well, They're doing this as a peaceful protest. Really? If it's peaceful, why is the guy running past and breaking windows, and you see the street down the place that's got flames coming out of buildings and stuff? What part of peaceful protest is destruction and burning and things of that nature? Oh, we're making a point. What's your point? You can destroy a lot of innocent people's lives and screw up their funding for your cause, which, let's see. Can I read the smoke signal out of the flames and tell you what they're protesting? No. We can't do that. Nor would anybody want to. And you don't like what some politician said, so you run past the store and break the windows out. Did that store have anything to do with that politician? Probably not. So what's your point? Do something positive. If you want fame and notoriety, go get it properly. You can. There's a lot of people that have. One of my favorite commentators, 7 years ago, he wasn't doing hardly anything. They started it to have a little fun with it. Now he's got a whole crew working with him, and they do daily videos, and they do charity work, and they do all sorts of really, really good things. And then people get on and say, well, that's not really his name. He's a fake. Really? How many people appearing in movies and everything else have their original name? Does anybody think that John Wayne, that's his name? How about Lady Gaga? No, that's not her name. Those are the names that they use. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Really, really, really commonly done. There are just a couple of the strong ones. I could keep going on a lot of them, but there's no point. What about me? Sharon is my name. It's not made up. It's not fake. It's on my social security card, my driver's license, and everything else. I am Sharon. So you don't have to do that. What am I trying to influence now? I'm not trying to be an influence. I'm trying to be a commentator. And I would like people to realize this is my opinion. And I'd like to give you something to think about. I'm not telling you what to do. That's up to you. Use your intelligence. Think about what you're doing. Think about why you're doing it. And are you doing any good? Even if you're doing good for you, who are you hurting? Where's the overall goal? What are you trying to change? What are you trying to influence? It should be positive. Even if I disagree with you and your senator disagrees with you, what are you trying to influence? Make up your mind instead of just getting up there, spouting garbage, and claiming that means you're some kind of celebrity. Because guess what? The only people you're getting famous with and what kind of celebrity you are is other people who are just as bad that want to listen to your total garbage. Do it right or don't do it. And don't think it makes you important because you can humiliate somebody. It makes you a fool. Well, just my opinion. I'll see you the next time. Take care.